remembers names.
Hey, NONSENSEI here, and today it's just gonna be me. NarendraTheComic is taking a little bit of well-needed rest. Now we're gonna be doing an official teaser reaction for House of the Dragon. I know the first teaser came out about 6 or 7 months ago, and I was intrigued and I said that I was gonna give it a go. So this is me giving it a go. Let's go.
What is this brief mortal life, if not the pursuit of legacy?
I, Rickon Stark.
I, Corlys Velaryon. I, Ormond Baratheon.
Promise to be faithful to King Viserys and to his named heir,
Princess Rhaenyra.
Rhaenyra Targaryen.
Men would sooner put the realm to the torch than see a woman ascend the Iron Throne.
We play an ugly game. You have the determination to win it.
History does not remember blood. It remembers names.
Oh wow, they've set a date. Well then. Okay, wow. You know, I actually got some goosebumps during that. I think it was the soundtrack. There's something that's very reminiscent of the original Game of Thrones soundtrack, maybe with a little bit of Daenerys's theme in there. I know they added voices. Oh, actually, I really did. I got a bit of a shiver. It sounds really, really epic. Whoever wrote the score did an impeccable job. They really gave the idea of grandeur. This story has actually sort of drawn me. I think one of the things that a lot of people who are fans of the original Game of Thrones were worried about was ruining the story. And I think with the original series, one of the problems was that it wasn't completed. But with this, because it's an older story, all of the source material is there, so there can't be too many kind of veerings off from it, which means the showrunners do have a sort of strict schedule with what the fans expect. And I think that they're going to be delivering it. I think a lot of the fears that they were going to mess it up have actually been alleviated. Some of these shots were really, really incredible. They got the grandeur, this feeling of fantasy that I think sort of disappeared towards the end of Game of Thrones. Even though they had, you know, the dragons and the magic, they didn't lean heavily enough on it in the right places. They sort of used the dragons as this sort of accessory, and action in scenes didn't feel just, especially in the final season. Final 2 seasons, I would say. But with this, yeah, they did a really good job. Look at the court. Wow, it looks really different to Joffrey's court, right? There was something towards the end there with Matt Smith's Targaryen character. It reminds me of something, I'm not sure what. But that first look of the dragon breathing fire looks really, really sick. They might have done it. They might have really drawn me in here. As long as the writing isn't too rushed and they really do pin these characters well. I think one of the things with the earlier seasons of Game of Thrones is that the dialogue was just impeccable. You really understood each of the characters, what they wanted, and you understood where they were going and how that changed throughout the seasons. And especially for seasons 6, 7, 8, all of those original characters like Tyrion, Daenerys, and Jaime, they all sort of fell flat, and a lot of their original moral compass sort of fell away into just really meaningless dialogue. There was no cleverness, there was no wit, and I think a lot of fans missed that towards the end. So if they provide this show with really strong characters that everyone can hate and or root for, I think that they'll be onto a winner. I know that there were a few other sequels or prequels that were put forth by HBO. I think one of them did shoot a pilot for around $30 million, and then it was entirely cut because the studio didn't think it was the right direction and they thought that the House of Dragon was their strongest bet. I think there was one with Arya Stark in Flea Bottom, another one kind of with one of the characters setting sail or across the sea, and I think that they might have done the right thing with this because, let's be honest, what made Game of Thrones really popular to the mass audience was the idea of fantasy elements, and leaning on that with the dragons here I think will really help. I was actually planning on reading Blood and Fire before the series came out, but knowing that it's only a couple months away, I might watch the first season and then wait to read the novel instead and see how well they adapted some of the story. I'm not sure. It's an odd one. I kind of like having this idea of not knowing what's going to happen because then you can really enjoy it and really enjoy the writing as it is. But sometimes it's really nice to know exactly what's going to happen when. Obviously, we all have some idea with what happens to the Targaryens, right? They either go crazy or they die out in some way or form, but I don't know specifics. But I feel like with Game of Thrones, a lot of the goodness is in the detail, and I don't know whether this show is going to deliver on the detail in the way that the first few seasons of Game of Thrones did. So I'm a little bit unsure. What do you guys think? Tell me in the comments if anyone has read Fire and Blood, if I should read that first or I should read that afterwards. Suffice to say, they have piqued my interest, they have my attention. Now I just hope that they deliver. Anyway guys, if you did enjoy this video, please do like, share, comment and subscribe to the channel down there. If you didn't, then maybe a dragon will come after you. You don't want that, you really don't, so just subscribe anyway to avoid that. Now I've been NONSENSEI, you've been great, and we'll see you next time. That's tomorrow. If you don't know, we make a video every single day. We're doing it every day for over 1,500 days now, and we aren't stopping till we get to 10,000 subscribers. So do subscribe, pop back in tomorrow for some more quality shitty content, because we're hashtag never not here, just how it goes. We also bring the bakwas. Bakwas means nonsense in Punjabi. We also bring that. Bring a lot, bring a little, do a lot, do a little, but we do indeed bring that quality shitty content on a daily basis. So see you tomorrow. More the same, slightly different, but essentially the very same once more. See you then. Skadoosh.
I got you! I got you! Take that, you friggin' psycho! I got you!